Today we're gonna be making together pasta puttanesca. This is originally was created to be able to make this dish without going to the market and without using anything out of the fridge. So whatever you have in your pantry, you can use it to create this delicious pasta. And if you have a good pantry, actually you will have all these ingredients. Let me show you what this pasta made out of. We have 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. I choose to be fire roasted tomatoes because that will add another layer of flavors into the pasta. We have garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna be sauteing, crushing lightly and sauteing with some olive oil. Pasta puttanesca is known to be fiery, meaning hot. So you can adjust that according to your liking. But I will be using this dried hot pepper, which I grew in my backyard. It is very fruity and aromatic, it's delicious. But if you don't have that, you can also choose to use pepper flakes. Into that, there is this ingredient which probably you don't use very often, but it is delicious and you don't really taste it. It's anchovies. You don't taste any fishiness or anchovies in the pasta, but it does deepen the flavor of the sauce. So I opened the can here if you want to see what the anchovies look like. They are soaked in olive oil. Into this also goes a couple of tablespoons of capers, Kalamata olives that are pitted and chopped in half a cup, three quarters of a cup, depending on your tasting, salt, pepper, and it's gonna be served with linguine pasta, which we're gonna boil. Now, into this dish, you are going to also integrate things that you like. If you don't want vegan, then you can do it also with, add to it some leftover meat from chicken or pork that you had before last night, let's say. But today I'm gonna cook it with some shrimp, which is absolutely great and delicious. Let's get started. Okay, what we're gonna start with is heating some oil, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into hot pan. I will crush some garlic, 3 cloves, large cloves, okay. Make sure you mix so they don't brown very fast. I will add the crushed tomatoes to cool the oil and not get the garlic to get bitter. It's 28 ounce can. Into this, I will also add the pepper, which I'm gonna break to release the flavor. And as I said, if you don't have this pepper, you can use also crushed flakes, just like those. Let it boil a little bit. I will add some, since this is thick tomatoes, I will add a little bit water, but I will add the water into the can of the tomatoes to get all the tomatoes inside to be used. So let it boil a little bit, let the flavors get integrated. So guess what? Unpredictable mistake. I have my friend here, she's making the shoots today, and I got rushed into just making it perfect, which you can never do. But I missed to put the anchovies. I needed to saute the garlic with the olive oil and then add the anchovies, break them down, and then add the tomatoes. But since I didn't do that, I'm gonna show you how to fix. So this is the tomato with the garlic. It's already boiling. I'm gonna put it on the other stove to continue boiling and reducing. I will fry the anchovies in this pot and then add it there. So the anchovies are soaked in olive oil, so I'm not gonna be adding any extra olive oils for me to fry them and break them down. So about 3 anchovies, they really deepen the flavor and make the dish so much more flavorful. I'm breaking them down, as you see. Okay, now that it's disintegrated, I will take some of the tomato sauce and clean that pot to get all the anchovy that has been disintegrated and add it to my sauce. Mistake is fixed. And now we move forward. So now I have the sauce that has reduced a little bit and the flavors got mingled together. I will add 2 tablespoons of capers. And I'm doing that before I add any salt because capers and olives are salty. I will put them in and then I'll taste and I'll adjust the salt according to the need. I will add also the olives. Mix. Let them release their juices and their flavors into the sauce for a little bit. At this point, I will also just add a tiny bit of black pepper. I like that. And meanwhile, I'm boiling the water for the linguine to cook. And I also today I'm choosing to eat this with some shrimp. So I'm sauteing some shrimp that I'm gonna add at the end. This is optional. It's not part of the recipe. The recipe is just this Puttanesca sauce. So what you do next is up to you. Delicious. I think I will turn it off. It doesn't need any salt. The capers and the olives and that canned tomatoes, probably it has a little bit of salt, so it's good. It has no need to any other flavor. Let me check on the pasta. So the pasta, normally what I pull out one, and normally to have it al dente, you cut the pasta with your fingers and you look inside. If you see a little line of white, that's al dente. Tiny little, line of white. And we like it al dente. So it's done. I'm gonna drain it. And now we're gonna mix. At this point, I will also add the greens that I have over here. I always like to finish the dish with something fresh and green. Normally I would use parsley. I'm out of parsley today, but I have beautiful leaves out of my garden, which they are Mediterranean oregano. They are called za'atar leaves. So I will I wash them and I'll add some in there. And I'll mix. That will add freshness into the dish. And let me show you how you serve it. You just take a bunch. Make sure you have some olives there. Add a couple of greens on top, and absolutely delicious. Now onto that, it's my choice. I will add also shrimps today, but it is delicious as is as well. Enjoy!